The IRCC is doing a major revamp in the construction industry PR pathways, and we will go through every single one of them. Hello everyone, this is Rice, and this is Quest Canada. There were three good news that came out of the IRCC about first week of March, and the first one is that the IRCC will allocate 6,000 PR seats for all undocumented construction workers inside Canada. Now guys, do note that this is 6,000 seats, and with the number of undocumented construction workers we have in the country, the competition is going to be tough, and therefore if you are in this industry, you have got to be ready right this very moment. You have to be ready with your IELTS, you have to be ready with your education assessment, with your WES, you have to be ready with your employment certificates, you have to be ready perhaps with your settlement funds. Now the thing is, the criteria and the eligibility requirements and the process are not out yet. The IRCC did not discuss that as yet, and as soon as this is out, I will definitely cover it in this channel and post it on my videos here, and therefore make sure to subscribe and hit that notification button. Now this is a good news and a bad news. Some people will actually say, well, these people are undocumented. I am documented, but I am not in the construction industry. How come I'm not given a priority? And the thing is, because the construction industry is an in-demand industry right now, there are millions of houses and apartments that need to be built in the next years, because the demand for housing is so much higher than the supply that the country is able to provide. If you are not in the construction industry then, and you are a temporary foreign worker inside Canada, you do have a good news as well, which is the second good news that the IRCC came up with first week of March, wherein if you are a temporary foreign worker inside Canada and you want to do an apprenticeship or an on-the-job training, shall we say, you do not have to apply for a study permit. You can go past that stage of applying for study permit, and you can go on and apply to have your OJT or apprenticeship done. See, normally if you're a temporary foreign worker inside Canada, your legal status is only to work inside Canada. If you will study, then you will have to apply for a different permit, which is called a study permit. The IRCC is now saying, no, we do not have to go through that stage anymore. You go past that stage and apply for apprenticeship. And how is this good for you as a temporary foreign worker who wants to fast track your PR journey here in Canada? If you are thinking of doing that jump from your industry right now, which is not an in-demand industry, for example, if you are in business, if you are in admin, the idea of jumping from your current industry to construction can be a viable idea. You can do an apprenticeship or an on-the-job training for 6 months or 1 year, and then make that apprenticeship as part of your CV, of course, because that is already considered as an experience. That is one. And once you already have that experience, that gives you the leeway, the runway, and the competitive advantage against everyone who are doing or applying in the same industry as well. And the second one is that normally in Canada, when you do an apprenticeship in a certain school, the company that you do your apprenticeship for normally will absorb you, and they will make you their own employee. And this is a good news. So these are a domino effect that adds up on top and layers on this new immigration law or regulation that the IRCC is implementing right now. This has already been implemented March 7th. By the way, guys, the TFW who wants to study as an apprentice or an on-the-job training, you can do that already right now. And the thing that you have to consider right now is, if you are not in an in-demand industry, this could be a jump that you can consider. Of course, there will be costs, because if you will do the apprenticeship, you have to pay for your tuition. The thing is, you have to consider, if you will pay your tuition right now, does doing the apprenticeship give you a more viable option for PR instead of really applying for different jobs wherein it is not really an in-demand. The third good news that came out of the IRCC this March is that additional 14,000 foreign workers will be admitted into Canada. Now, this is not very clear yet on whether this will be peer pathways, whether this will be foreign worker, just closed work permit or open work permit. There is no specific information, eligibility, and process yet. But the truth is, 14,000 new addition to the country will be there allocated in the construction industry. So if you are outside of Canada, or even if you are inside Canada, take note of this and be vigilant in knowing all the information that will come out of the IRCC in the coming months. And why are all these changes happening right now? In Canada, in the next 5 years, the country needs to build 6 million houses in order to break even the demand and the supply of the local communities within the country. And right now, there's just more demand than supply within the country. 23% of the construction workers in Canada is made up of foreign workers. The country has got a hard time training and replenishing and keeping construction workers within the country. And this is the reason why the IRCC is looking at foreign workers and immigrants to fill the holes or to fill the void in the construction industry. Actually, guys, the idea of providing a PR pathway to undocumented construction workers, this is not a new thing. This has been done in Greater Toronto area back in 2020, and it ended back December 31, 2024, and it has been proven successful. And this is the reason why the IRCC is implementing this nationwide, and this is applicable to every single province and territory within Canada. Since we are not clear yet and the IRCC did not release any information on eligibility, criteria, and process of all these different changes in the construction industry PR pathways, guys, it will always make sense and it will always be viable for you to have a job offer. If you have a job offer, that puts you ahead of the competition. Therefore, if you have a job offer as well, you can then become a priority in the ITAs of the express entries and various provincial nominee programs. The various provincial nominee programs are really job driven, meaning you have to have a job offer before they give you an ITA. And if you are looking for a job in the construction industry, may it be in the healthcare sector, maybe the education sector, guys, check out questjobs.online because we have accumulated all PR eligible jobs in this portal, and therefore you do not have to guess, you do not have to waste time, you do not have to research whether or not a certain job listing is eligible for PR sponsorship. We have got 5 days free trial. You are more than welcome to avail it.